Somewhere, someplace, someone is thinking about selling the home themselves because they want to skip the middleman and keep all the money. This is a great question, and if you follow me to the end, we're going to go over the pros and cons of selling your house yourself or using a real estate expert. Why would you even consider selling your house for yourself? Duh. You get to save all the commissions. You don't have to pay the agent 6%. You get to keep it yourself. Well, at least half the commission, because 93% of all for sale by owners, they still end up paying the other side of the commission, the person representing the buyer. So there's 3%. And if you're already paying somebody to help the buyer purchase your property, so the buyer has expert advice and you don't, does that sound like an advantage? The most important part of hiring a realtor is you're hiring a specialist. When you have a toothache, you go to a dentist. When you need a surgery, you go to a surgeon. So if you're making a big decision like selling one of your largest, biggest, most prized assets in your life, why would you not trust an expert with that decision? A realtor. Now, I'm not saying all agents can bring value, because we all know that some agents do not bring value. But if you do your research, you look at reviews, you're going to find an agent who brings value. Besides being an expert, they're negotiating experts. So they're a real estate expert, and now they're negotiating experts. They negotiate probably dozens of contracts a year. Sometimes, in my team's case, hundreds of contracts. Some gets accepted and some doesn't. But they know the ins and outs of the contracts. They know how to help you get an offer accepted. They know what a seller is looking for. And as the buyers come in, they know what to look for is what's going to be in your best interest as a seller. And pricing strategy. Pricing it for what your neighbor's house sells for is not enough. You need a pricing strategy that's going to market the property, because your first focus is to get as many eyes on the property as you can. And then your second focus, get as many feet through the property as you can. And then, of course, get as many offers through the properties. So now you can work the offers against each other to get you not only the highest amount, but the best terms. And if we're honest, the only time you should want to sell yourself and not use a realtor is when you don't want to make the most money or you don't want the best terms. I'm just kidding. There's plenty of people qualified out there to sell their house to self. But what you have to realize is, do you have the time to market the property? Take the pictures, to fill out the codes, the MLS, the Zillow, so everybody knows what you're selling, to allow people to come into your property, to not only after you've showed it 100 times, to negotiate offers, to negotiate with the inspection, to negotiate with the appraiser. All these things have to come on even before you get it in contract and get to closing. So you need to be an expert negotiating and very familiar with the sales process to be able to take advantage of that. So if we're getting into the pros of hiring a realtor is, number one, experts at selling and negotiating. Number two, market experience. As fast as the market is moving, if you've sold a house in the last 3 or 4 years, you are oblivious of what's happening in today's market. If you're looking to hiring a real estate agent, your brother's cousin who have sold 4 houses last year, they're oblivious. The market is moving so fast and it's changing so fast in 2022. You need an agent who is on top of the market, who sells a lot of properties, who knows exactly what's happening today in the market, not yesterday, today. And one of the most important is they know how to market your property to get the most eyes on the property, and how to be able to take advantage of the showings, the negotiations to get you top dollar and to get you your best terms. Pros of doing it yourself. Number one, you are in complete control. Are you an expert at selling houses? Are you an expert at marketing? Are you an expert at negotiating? Are you an expert at getting to the closing table? If you are, that's a huge pro. The second one, you get to save all the money and save the commissions. So you, in the greater scheme of things, you could sell your house for less and still make more money if you negotiate it correctly. In 2021, there was a study presented that people who sold their house for themselves, instead of using a real estate agent, sold for an average of less than 21%. So they're trying to save 6% on the commission. And when they sold their house, selling themselves was 21% less than what the normal average person could make if they sold with a real estate agent. So it doesn't make sense to lose that much and still use 3 to 6%. Like I said before, there's plenty of people who can sell their house themselves, but are you getting the best terms? Are you giving up what you need to give up because you think you're saving 3 to 6%. I get questions all the time by people wanting to move into my area and wanting to move in any area. They have questions about real estate. They have questions about marketing. They have questions like, should I sell my house myself? Just like we get covered. Guys, there's no wrong questions. Email me at tim@timstoutteam. Leave me a question. Anything I can do to help you, I'm happy to help. And remember, who you work with matters, and have a great day.